Hey guys, it's JP, and this time I am going to talk about ways to get your Achilles tendon stronger. Last week, I talked about working through the initial onset of Achilles tendon issues when it is irritable or painful. Now, I will talk about the next step, which is actually getting it stronger. This is important because the Achilles tendon's ability to allow for energy storage and release is a key component in running. The stronger and stiffer you make them, the better it will be able to help you generate force, which therefore makes you take bigger steps, which then ultimately makes you run faster. However, as I mentioned before, the tendon typically needs to be pulled hard and slowly to get the proper stimulus for adaptations. This can be done by choosing exercises that make the calf muscles work relatively hard with relatively slow and cyclic movements. Now that we covered that, here are some practical exercises you can try to work on the Achilles tendon. The first exercise I like to incorporate when transitioning to more strength training is the elevated heel raises. I know I mentioned this in the last video, but this is a great place to start when transitioning from tolerance building to strength building. This is because working through this particular range may help minimize the amount of compression and shear that may occur in this region, which may allow you to work the area harder with minimal irritability. Another exercise you can try is heel raises. This is a standard and staple way to build strength in both the calf and Achilles tendon. I like this one because it is very simple and practical to incorporate. Just remember to do it slowly, like 3 seconds up and down. This allows you to pull on the tendon slowly, which improves strain or stretch on the tendon, which ultimately gives the stimulus to make them stronger. The third exercise I will go over is the single leg supported heel raise. I love this variation, especially if you need to focus on a particular tendon on one side of the body. This may be important because if you do have Achilles tendon problems on only one side of the body, you may do some compensatory strategies when trying to do the regular heel raises and offload the desired region. This is a great way to focus on loading the area in a single leg position without the balance demands as well. Just remember that when you lift the heel, try not to direct too much weight onto the leg on the step. To maximize loading through the calf and tendon region, I typically give cues to focus on going up and down and not forward and back. The last exercise I will go over is the barbell supported single leg heel raise. The reason I want to show you guys this one is because you have to remember that these muscles have to work hard to get the tendon adaptations you need. However, eventually the limiting factor to challenging muscles more will be your grip strength from holding heavier and heavier kettlebells or dumbbells. By using a barbell, which can be easily found in a gym, this takes the pressure off of your hands. This is a great way to continue challenging the area without worrying about grip. And those are some exercises you can try. Remember that this will not only benefit making your tendon stronger, but also your muscles. Anyway, I hope you guys found this helpful. I'd love to hear your thoughts as well as any questions you may have. And as always, thank you for watching.